Back in week 2, the Vikings won a thriller in their first game against the Bears. Can Chicago even the score? Find out next on Madden Football.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, we reach week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And right away, he lost the football. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Richardson. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Richardson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Off play action. Richardson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Looking to throw. Richardson escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Let's go, baby.
Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. Back to throw. Richardson. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Cook And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Mayfield. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chaz Surratt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the others, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back up.
He's got a man, complete. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy.
Joe Judge, I have to say it, going to present his kick. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. His 9th rushing touchdown on the year, number 12 overall. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go down at the 28. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Looking to throw. Richardson setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards the pickup there. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half. Now Mayfield lost the football, but the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down, they go right back to Cook. Gets past one man. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Richardson to throw on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They go play action here on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to cap.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think
touchdown, Chicago! DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make...
We're going to shut you down.
After review of the play, rolling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw on second down. Richardson. Flushed out right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, 62 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season, so now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it, they think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And Thomas has it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Mayfield looks to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield now. While the trainers take a look, now Mayfield lost the football. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Richardson. It is, he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the one.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. On first down, it's Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his left. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson, 29 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 12. 2:13 remaining. Mayfield's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield to throw. Connecting with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Mayfield. Throw right side, going to be caught by Hardman. And he's brought down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Robinson here. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Mayfield. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Baker. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Mayfield. Targets the sideline. He'll complete this pass to Johnson. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. A big offensive explosion.